Today, we are going to touch on a very difficult theme. In this video, we will talk about the most common shocks in a man's life that can really take him to the next level. We can't say for sure if there is a fate, if we are destined to experience all the difficulties in advance, or they happen at a certain point, which we could have changed. But the truth is that every person goes through a difficult period during their life. All of us are different. Despite the difficulties, some people continue to consider themselves happy. Others, after stumbling a bit, already feel like unhappy people. It is only obvious that life teaches us lessons, perhaps to make us release something, or look at the situation from a different angle. There is a category of people who have never been able to survive the hardships. Many have become drunk, others have died, others have gone mad. I can't blame people for the circumstances they had, but I can only name the truth. And the truth is that most men, if they don't go crazy, after all, don't drink, don't put their hands down, survive the hardships and become stronger. Having studied a lot of information and having experienced some difficulties in life, I can say that if a man has everything great in life, he is comfortable, he is vulnerable and weak. He has less and less thoughts about development, about understanding the world. In the life of such people, there is a lesson, a valuable lesson, a fighting school of life. When we are interested in something, some question to which we cannot know the answer, we look for this information on the internet. But there is also life, and to understand something, we often need to experience it. Go to church and ask any parishioner if the sweet life made him turn to God. He will 95% of the time tell you that he had some problems, so he came to God for help. It is sad to realize, but many people only begin to move, to seek answers, to seek help, to learn, to truly love and appreciate when they have gone through horrible events, through terrible mental and physical pain. When our soul hurts, our body hurts, when we have an emptiness in our soul, when we feel that we are weak. Only then do we begin to realize that we are human beings. But when we are doing well, we succumb to the influence of animal instincts. Have sex, smoke, drink alcohol, party, do not appreciate our loved ones. We forget our humanity. But when you come to the point where you continue to thank God in spite of the fact that you have everything great in your life, only then can you talk about wisdom. If you think I am wise, a smart guy trying to teach you, then you are wrong. In fact, I consider myself far from wisdom, but I am starting to realize something new with each new video. I'm glad I've come to some realizations. I still struggle with my weaknesses even now, but I've accustomed myself to thanking life for what I have. I tend to believe that a man's growth comes after a competent realization of life after the hardships he has endured. It is said that scars adorn a man, but even more, a man is adorned with mental scars if he has taken the right path. Many people, after going through agony, pain, concussions, go down the wrong road. They run away from the reality that they need to work on. So, let me tell you about frequent events in a man's life, having experienced which he becomes stronger, wiser. I will start with the betrayal of a beloved woman. 90% of men experience this period in life, when they are abandoned, betrayed by their favorite girlfriend or wife. Perhaps she goes to another guy. Perhaps she leaves from you, hoping that her life will be better and a bright future awaits her. But when you really loved the person, you cared for him. Even perhaps he was the center of your universe. After the betrayal, you feel like your life has crumbled. Perhaps you had dreams in common. After the betrayal, you feel like your life has no meaning. Perhaps you had plans for your life. You have children in common, but you can't understand how your other half could do this to you. You were doing everything you could to love your children. You went for your shared dream. You spent money, time. Maybe you spit on yourself. You humiliated yourself. Maybe you had to sacrifice a lot, and you can't understand how she could have blown it all out of proportion in an instant. But it happens. And when someone leaves you, you may be very depressed for the first time. You feel like the whole world is against you. You are very lonely. You want to love. But there is no love. It is very creepy when you want to hug. Kiss the girl you love again. But you realize that she is a traitor. In the morning, you wake up alone in bed, and it's creepy for you, because not so long ago she slept next to you. But now she may be sleeping with another man. It is a terrible period, comparable to the death of a loved one. And sometimes, in some cases, even worse. Many people don't get over it. They go to extremes. But I believe that this event does not deserve those extremes. You need to live through this moment. Even if it seems that this pain will never end, believe me, it will end after a while. Maybe in a month, 6 months, a year, but the pain will go away. And when a man is completely healed from the events of betrayal, he goes to a new level. He feels lightness, strength. New roads open before him. You suffered for a long time, but you let go of the situation. Having survived this, you become a real man. You begin to understand women and their nature better. In the next relationship, you will not make the mistakes you made before. It is important, never in this case, do not go back to the past. You must soul forgive, let go of the girl traitor, but you do not need to take back. The second event, death of a close person. Another event that teaches us to appreciate life. Either way, it's a major shock. The first time we can't believe it. But with time comes the realization. Alas, many people begin to appreciate other people only after the death of a loved one. Perhaps we come to realize the value of life, how precious it is and how fragile it is. We stop wasting time on useless activities. We begin to appreciate others close to us. We begin to realize our own value and the value of the people around us. I don't wish this on anyone. Just included this event in the list, as it really allows a person to reflect. The third event, illness. When we are sick, we also feel an emptiness. We have a fear that we will never be able to heal. We fear that perhaps the illness will begin to progress. In these moments, we have plenty of time to think about what we've been doing wrong. And if we think about it, and indeed, there was something that we were neglecting. There are people who recover and go on doing the same thing they were doing before, destroying themselves. But an intelligent, wise person will learn a lesson from this event and will start to look at the value of their life in a different way. And the last point, financial problems or debts. I will take a situation in which a person was initially financially successful or did not know how to manage their finances. Yes, you will say that money is not the most important thing. You may be right, but money does play an important role these days. Often, people who start to rise up earn more. They become proud, show their superiority over others, losing their humanity. But it costs this person to lose everything, and this event brings him down from heaven to earth. He begins to realize that he was wrong. He realizes that it's possible to lose money. Perhaps realizes that he was wrong to think that he was better than others, having financial superiority. He may even fall into debt and have to work hard at his job to pay off his debts. He begins to limit himself in purchases, things he used to be able to afford. These hardships put a person on the spot. In conclusion, I want to say, be strong. Friends, if you liked the video, put a like. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Good luck.